Movie review number 1515 is Keeper. Keeper is a 2025 movie directed by Oscar Perkins, who also directed last year's Wayward and this year's The Monkey. Just like both movies, this movie was also released under Neon. So this movie has Neon Films, Range Media Partners, Wayward Entertainment, Big Rodeo Films, and Oddfellows Entertainment. I saw this movie on November 19th, 2025 at AMC Westchester 18 in Westchester, Ohio. So, just like Ron Waits and The Monkey, Keeper is a horror film. But, this is one of those horror films where it has some maybe jump scenes, but really, the whole tensity of the movie, the atmosphere, the tenseness between the characters, that's what makes it a horror movie. Especially when we get to the later half in the movie, when everything just like goes into play and you never know what to expect. So this movie is about Liz and Malcolm. They are a couple who have dated for only 1 year, and their anniversary is coming up. So Malcolm decides to take Liz to his cabin in the woods. Ooh. Well, terrifying visions prey the free-spirited artist when she travels to a secluded cabin with the doctor that she's been dating for 1 year. And basically, this romantic anniversary trip turns sinister when a dark presence reveals itself, forcing a couple to confront the property's haunting past. So, the movie is called Keeper, especially when you see one of the trailers. When both characters, Liz and Malcolm, said that I think she or he is a keeper. Of course, they do say, do I trust this woman? Do I trust this man? Who is this person that I'm hanging out with or falling in love with? And it's interesting that even though Liz and Malcolm have been dating for 1 year, being at this cabin makes Liz realize a little bit more, or thinks a little more about her relationship with Malcolm, as she starts to see terrifying visions, and eventually becomes clear to her that it may not be the cabin, it could be something else that is causing her visions to come to light. And at first, it might be the cabin that might be haunted or maybe spooky. But she eventually realizes that something might be off with Malcolm. Especially since Malcolm decides to take a urgent thing at work, leaving Liz all by herself at this cabin. That's when things start to really go wrong, as Liz finds more details about the cabin and its past. And it makes her wonder, does she really know Malcolm at all? Of course, there are times when Malcolm wonders if he even knows Liz at all too. But the trailers that Neon have released, wow, they don't spoil anything, pretty much. And when it does reveal what this presence is, it's one of those moments when you're thinking, okay, what? What the heck? I was not expecting that. Like, there are some horror movies that might be predictable, or you might figure out what the presence or killer is. This is definitely not one of them. It was completely unexpected, and definitely a little glorifying, I would say. But it was definitely well done. I definitely lauded the filmmakers with this movie. They definitely really did a great job at this movie and making it a really good, true horror movie. So, this movie has Tatiana Maslany as Liz, Yusuf Silverman portrays Dr. Malcolm Westbridge, Burkett Turton portrays Darren Westbridge, Eden West portrays Minka, Cassandra Ebner and Tess Datenstein portraying Baghead, Tess Deckenstein also portrays Maggie. Ewan Boyes portrays Julia. Claire Frenison portrays Louise. Christian Park portrays Wesley. And Gina Fortiglio portrays Francis. By the way, I'm going to say this. Damon Westbridge is a cousin of Malcolm. And you want to know who this cousin is. Who Darren's character is. Well, it is revealed later on in the movie. And just right when we find out what this presence is, it definitely is shocking and unexpected. It makes you wonder if Riz and Malcolm are really keepers. Or people that they do not know at all. Oh, this was pretty good. I definitely recommend it. If you are a true horror film fan, I think you guys will like this movie. It will be interesting to see what Oscar Perkins does next. So that's my movie review of Keeper. Please enjoy from this movie review. Alright, goodbye.